Hey guys, GSP on GSP Talk Sports here, and we have midweek club football is back. Midweek club football, coming on to that time of year where there's multiple games per week. Well, apart from Champions League, there's more than one game per week in the leagues. So I know this video is a little bit late, but I'm still going to give you my predictions for this week football, round 14. Right, starting in the EPL, we have Bournemouth versus Everton. Bournemouth, they are 11th place, coming off the 3-2 loss to Sunderland. Yes, Sunderland would have come back from behind to win that match. Everton are in 14th, and they coming off a 4-1 loss to Newcastle. So both of them coming off losses, 11th versus 14th. And I'm going to predict a draw in this one. Although I kind of want to go to a Bournemouth win, but I'm going with a draw, right? We have 15th place Fulham playing second place City. City coming off a big 3-2 win versus Leeds, and Fulham coming off a 2-1 win over Spurs. Big win there for Fulham. My prediction is a draw, but I know the more likely result is a City win. So we're going to go with a draw with this one. Moving down, we have Newcastle in 13th place playing Spurs in 12th place, and Newcastle coming off the 4-1 win over Everton, a big win by Newcastle at their back, versus Spurs coming off a 2-1 loss to Fulham. Right, in this one, my prediction is a Newcastle win. Right, so let's see if they continue in that form, and if Spurs going to continue to do their Spurs stuff and slide back down the table. So yeah, in La Liga, we have Barca in first versus Atletico Madrid in fourth. Barca coming off the 3-1 win over Deportivo Alaves, and Atletico Madrid coming off a 2-0 win over Real Oviedo. Right, I'm going to go with a Barca win in this one. Although, I mean, a draw would be better for me as a Real Madrid fan in Spain, right? We have a lot of action in Copa del Rey taking place, and Copa Italia around 16, by the way. Moving on in Serie A in the league, we have Juve versus UDINESE. This match is in the Copa Italia. We have Juve versus UDINESE, a big match here. I'm going to go with a Juve win. Juve haven't won the previous 3 versus UDINESE and unbeaten in 7 matches, so hope they continue that form. Moving on to Wednesday matches in the EPL, starting with first place Arsenal versus 10th place Brentford. High flying Brentford right now. Arsenal coming off the 1-1 draw with Chelsea. Thank you, Chelsea, for holding Arsenal to a draw there, dropping some points. Brentford coming off a 3-1 win over Burnley. High scoring Brentford these days, by the way. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win, although I'm hoping for a draw. So I'm giving you my prediction. I'm telling you what I'm hoping for. We have fifth place Brighton versus 14th place Villa. So Brighton doing really well these days as well. They coming off a 2-0 win over Forest, and Villa coming off a 1-0 win over Spurs. This is 5th versus 4th, by the way. So both of them real high up in the table. Villa, by the way, haven't lost in 5 and 11 goals in the last 5. So they're doing really well. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Going to go with a Villa win. Although I want to say draw, but yeah, Villa win in this one. Then we have 19th place Burnley versus 9th place Palace. Burnley coming off a 3-1 loss to Brentford, and Palace coming off a 2-1 loss to Man U. Yeah. I'm going to go with a Palace win in this one. I'm thinking Palace bounce back after that Man U loss. Smarter money would probably be for a draw, but going to go with a Palace win. Palace to get back on the winners side there. Continuing Wednesday in the EPL, we have Wolves versus Forest. Wolves in 20th, seeing real trouble. versus 16th place Forest. Wolves coming off the 1-0 loss to Villa, and Forest coming off the 2-0 loss to Brighton. So both of them coming off losses. Big bottom of the table, 6-pointer relegation battle game here. And I'm going to go to a Forest win. I'm really hoping that Wolves could salvage a draw. But yeah, Wolves win for this one. We have 18th place Leeds versus 3rd place Chelsea. Leeds coming off the 3-2 loss, heartbreaking loss to Chelsea. And Chelsea coming off a 1-1 draw with Arsenal. Big result there for them. However, I had to go with a Chelsea win for this. I can't see no other result really in this one. If Leeds were to get something from this game, it would be a pretty big upset. Wednesday as well, we have 8th place Liverpool versus 6th place Sunderland. So yeah, Sunderland's above Liverpool still. Liverpool coming off the big 2-0 win over West Ham. Hoping that confidence rolls over. Sunderland coming off a come from behind 3-2 win over Bournemouth. Yeah, so Liverpool, by the way, 3 points off 4th place. So really hoping for Liverpool win that they continue. The momentum they would have built it with the West Ham victory, and they continue with this game against Sunderland and the next game against Leeds. So we'll see. La Liga on the Wednesday, we have Athletic Club, 8th place versus 2nd place Real Madrid. So remember, we have the smaller matches going on in the Copa del Rey until they meet the bigger guns. So this is in La Liga. Athletic Club coming off a 2-0 win over Levante, and Real Madrid coming off a 1-1 at Girona. I'm hoping that Real could get over their recent wobbles and they could get a win here. We have, so remember, Copa del Rey, Copa Italia. In the Copa Italia, we have Atalanta, Napoli, Inter, all of them playing their matches, by the way. So some interesting ones coming up there. Special mention to Trinidad and Tobago women's team, 5-0 over Barbados. I know we're talking club football, but really, really good result. So yeah, midweek football, it will be like this coming on till the end of the year and into the early part of the new year. Let me know what you think about my predictions and yeah, what you think your team is going to do. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe on GSP Talk Sports, and see you guys soon.